This is the 18 WJTS News. In tonight's news, parents, staff, students, and taxpayers within the Northeast DuBois school system are asked to share their opinions in a survey. Huntingburg Council agreed to form an economic revitalization area and a tax abatement for the Wagon Works apartment project. And Old National Bank recognized for ethical business practices. In sports, Kurt Guxell looks at Forest Park's win in the sectional. On WJTS Informed tonight, Nancy Eckerly with the Jasper Chamber of Commerce is our guest. All this and more coming up next on the 18 WJTS News. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. The Board of Trustees of the Northeast DuBois School Corporation want to thank all of the many patrons who have taken part in their recent survey and remind everyone that the survey is still open until next Monday, March 4th. The survey is seeking input from parents, school staff, students, and taxpayers within the Northeast DuBois School Corporation to share their opinions to help guide the school board as it makes decisions regarding the future of the district. The school board decided to create the survey at its public work session back on February 4th. The work session was part of a facilities planning process the board is undergoing to prepare for the $3.2 million becoming available in its debt service fund, which schools typically use to complete large construction projects and renovations. The board wants to ensure that the funds are used to position the corporation for future success as the district prepares for the general fund referendum, which was passed in 2016 and offers a $600,000 boost annually. It's set to expire in 2024. The link to the survey is on the corporation homepage and on the corporation Facebook page. The DuBois branch library will be available to assist anyone taking the survey at its location. Paper copies are also available at each of the corporation school buildings. You may follow a link to take the survey at surveymonkey.com/r/jeeps. Once the survey closes, the board will compile the results and set a public work session to discuss the responses and the next steps. Tuesday night, the Huntingburg City Council agreed to form an economic revitalization area and a tax abatement for the Wagon Works apartment project. The complex, which consists of 56 workforce housing units at an estimated cost of $8 million, is being developed at the former Wagon Works site along North Washington Street in Huntingburg. Now, before a move was made by the council, a public hearing was held in which no one from the public provided any comments. The Huntingburg Common Council noted that the 10-year abatement that was approved last year was capped at $325,000. Officials say investors had been reluctant to invest in the project because of concerns that the amount would be exhausted before the 10 years were completed. The new abatement removes that cap. Also Tuesday night, the Huntingburg Council discussed and are considering a plan to vacate Market Street as a public street, which would turn the street over to the Huntingburg Park Board. A public hearing took place prior to discussion, but no one spoke before the council. The council could make a move on the proposal at their next meeting Tuesday, March 12th. Officials with the City of Jasper and the Jasper Police Department want to remind residents of the city that there will be a monthly test of the tornado warning siren system at 4 o'clock Friday afternoon. At that time, all 10 sirens in the city will be activated and checked to make sure they are working properly. The cable interrupter will also be tested for the Jasper and Huntingburg communities. This is another in a series of monthly tests. These sirens are tested on the first of each month, which has been designated by the Jasper Police Department and the city's Board of Public Works as the official test time. Also, the DuBois County Emergency Management Agency will be conducting their own test of all tornado warning sirens across the county at 6 o'clock Friday evening. Old National Bank has been recognized by the Ethisphere Institute, a global leader in defining and advancing the standards of ethical business practices, as one of the 2019 world's most ethical companies. The recognition honors those companies who recognize their critical role to influence and drive positive change in the business community and societies around the world. Old National has been honored for 8 consecutive years and is one of only 5 honorees in the banking industry. Bob Jones, chairman and CEO of Old National, says their unwavering commitment to ethics and integrity tops the list. He says he is grateful to their associates for their hard work and dedication in making Old National a world leader in this important category once again. In 2019, 128 entities were recognized, spanning 21 countries and 50 industries. The 13th class of honorees profoundly illustrate how companies continue to be the driving force for improving communities, building capable and empowered workforces, and fostering corporate cultures focused on ethics and a strong sense of purpose. Headquartered in Evansville, Old National Bank has several banking locations locally, including 3 in Jasper. Other locations include 1 in Huntingburg, Ferdinand, Tell City, Rockport, Washington, Lagodi, and Shoals. Mentors for Youth is planning to host a child sexual abuse prevention training seminar. The public is invited to attend the seminar presented by Stewards of Children on March 21st from 6 until 8 p.m. at the Jasper Middle School. Stewards of Children will provide attendees with the knowledge to prevent, recognize, and react responsibly to child sexual abuse. Child sexual abuse is likely the most prevalent health problem children face, with the most serious array of consequences. In fact, 1 in 10 children will experience sexual abuse before their 18th birthday. This means that whether you work with youth or a parent or are simply a member of the community, it is highly likely that someone you know or has cared for has experienced or is currently experiencing sexual abuse. Please join them for this important presentation. If you plan to attend, please RSVP by calling 812-482-2227, 482-2227, or email ellen@mentorsforyouth.com. Mentors for Youth is dedicated to facilitating mutually beneficial relationships between youth and volunteers for the purpose of enhancing individual lives and the community. The organization has been serving DuBois County for 30 years, matching children with responsible adults for one-on-one mentoring. Questions or inquiries may be directed to Mentors for Youth Executive Director Ellen Korn at 812-482-2227. Purdue Extension and WBDC, WJTS TV are putting on a Media Spark Club from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. Saturday, March 16th at the WBDC and WJTS TV studios in Jasper. Participants will get the opportunity to learn from Program Director and on-air personality Brian Schwank and myself as to how we operate our studios. Participants will learn how to do a variety of tasks, including recording on the radio, interviewing guests, and running lights and cameras. Youth in grades 6 through 12 are invited to participate. The cost is free for current 4-H members and $15 for non-4-H members. Registration fee helps to cover the 4-H program fee for participants. Families who have difficulty in paying may contact the office. Lunch will be provided thanks to sponsorship from the studio. All participants must register in advance by contacting the Purdue Extension office by calling 812-482-1782, 482-1782, or emailing lhaase, that's LHAASE, at purdue.edu. Space is limited. The deadline to register is March 11th. The Santa Claus Town Council introduced a tentative 23.5% increase to its water rates. A first reading on the matter was conducted at a February 11th meeting. A final decision on rates is expected during a special meeting tomorrow evening, that's Friday, March 1st at 6 p.m. This joint meeting of the Santa Claus Town Council and Water Board will be held at the town's community center to provide more seating. Board members also discussed an extension of sewer services into Holiday Village. The rush to update water rates in Santa Claus and throughout the region stems from a December announcement from the Patoka Lake Regional Water and Sewer District that rates would be going up for its wholesale customers beginning on the 1st of March. This will be that district's first rate increase since 2008. This led the town of Santa Claus to expedite its own water rate study to assess what increase would be needed to offset these costs and keep the system operating in good financial health. The 23.5% is not set in stone, as council members cautioned it is subject to amendment if necessary before the upcoming public hearing. Councilmember John Bowen added that this rate increase would not directly filter down to all users. He estimated that a customer using the average amount of water for a household could expect an increase in the neighborhood of $5.20 per month. More details and an opportunity for public comment will come during the hearing and special meeting on Friday night. Now please stay tuned. Weather and sports is still to come on 18 WJTS News.